I just want you to know while you're talking about Star Wars, YouTube is actively trying to spoil Doctor Strange for me.
Oh man, no!
It's just shooting me videos that say, "Here's the ending."
Oh, gross!
Here's the post-credit sequence. In case you were wondering what happens after the movie.
So Jesse, I got to tell you, this isn't a Star Wars story, but I'm very anti-spoiler to the point where I think it should be at the minimum a misdemeanor. Just because I was sitting in a Mexican restaurant in New Haven, Connecticut, and this was 1999. Before I go on with this story, has everybody seen The Sixth Sense?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I'm just sitting there. I had no idea. The movie came out at the same time that another movie with Kevin Bacon that was very similar to it. And I'm like, okay, I'll get around to it. And then somebody just this loudmouth guy, I'm just sitting at the table and was just like, oh man, I just had no idea the guy was dead the whole time. And I'm like, what? And his wife like smacked him. Like, what did you do? And I'm like, I had thought nothing of it. I'm like, oh, that sounds a little interesting. Let me go watch it.
Yeah.
And as I continued to watch this, I was like, this person ruined film history for me. Like, he ruined it. Like, just on a casual just thing. So ever since then, and I got spoiled on Star Wars. So as I made sure, like right now, my social media is shut down because I don't want to get spoiled on Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
I did the same thing for Star Wars Force Awakens, which I'm assuming everyone saw. And we're talking about it.
Yeah.
And I went to see it, and there was a little bit of a wait, and I'm like, I'm gonna just jump on Instagram real quick, and I'm gonna look at it's like a hashtag oddly satisfying, where it just shows like people like squishing paint and all this stuff that's like oddly satisfying. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna kill the time. And I'm looking at one of them, I'm like, oh, that's cool. They were just like squishing these markers, and it's squished everywhere. And I just and I don't even read comments, and I glance down at the comments, and I see Han Solo dies. No. And I'm like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? I just literally threw my phone on the table, and my son's like, what's the matter? I was like, shit. I've been good for a whole week. I even downloaded this Google Chrome extension of like stop spoilers so I wouldn't see anything that was Star Wars, and I opened it up and it was a random comment. So I did like any other rational person would do. I went into his Instagram account and I reported every single one of his pictures as inappropriate.
Oh my god!
So you have no choice.
Yeah, I get very heated when it comes to spoilers because I've had incidents.
I could kind of like tie that around to a tour story really quick. Because,
yeah, go for it.
Because like once in Chicago, the guys that let me stay with them, they're in an awesome band called Joan of Arc, very big Chicago legends. And like the bass player was like, I was really young. He was like, man, you should stay at my place. You know, you don't have a place. I mean, I had a friend there, but I was like, yeah, I want to stay with this guy because he's in a great band. And they let me watch the last episode of like, what is it, that Survivor?
Oh,
and
yes.
I don't remember what season it was, but they were like going to sleep and they were like, yeah, you can just watch whatever. And I was like, oh, I'll just watch this. And it was the last episode of this whole season. And then in the morning, I just told them what happened. I was like, oh yeah, this guy won. It was crazy. And they're like, it looked like their hearts dropped.
Oh,
they were just like, no, why'd you like do that? And I was like, oh, I don't know. And like, I was all confused. And then I realized now I'm like, oh, I was doing like, I totally ruined that for him.
without even thinking about it.
Yeah, not even thinking about it. Anyways.